Hi there. Today, the 14th of July, 2026, we have a new moon in Cancer. So the new moon will join the sun already sitting in Cancer and Mercury doing his little retrograde thing in Cancer at this time as well. So that's, three major planets in Cancer. And of course, Cancerian energy is the energy of the family. It's the energy of self-love. It's the energy of self-care, of nurturing, looking after things. So what we can find, while these planets all work together in the sign of Cancer, especially the new moons always trigger energy for new beginnings to set our sights, our intention on what we want to achieve over the next month or even the next year, whatever you want to put it down to. I mean, especially if you're a Cancerian like myself and had a birthday this month, then this new moon is actually about setting your intention for the next year, not just this month ahead. So one of the things that's always comes up with Cancerian energy is the importance of self-love and self-care. And so while Mercury's in retrograde, we're going within in this Cancerian energy to look at where we don't love ourselves enough, where we don't care about ourselves enough, where we don't nurture and show compassion to ourselves enough. And we all need to actually take time to think about this because we say some terrible things to ourselves in our own heads, and we may only be joking, we may not mean it, but we still don't need to speak to ourselves like that. So it's good time to take stock of how you treat yourself on the inside. What sort of things do you say to yourself? Do you allow yourself? Do you treat yourself? Do you buy yourself something nice? Do you allow yourself to have the things that make you feel good in life? Because Mercury in Cancer in retrograde is really asking you to put more emphasis on this and to be more involved in what keeps you happy and secure. So, um, and we're also looking at who creates our family at the moment as well. And family isn't necessarily who you're related to. An aspect of family, and the family you're born into. But family is whoever you care about, your tribe, your friends, whoever's around you. And we're becoming more, and we're starting to realize more and more who's important to us and who's not, and who we want to keep in our lives, who we don't, and really making friends with our environment and with the people around us and with everything with where we are right now, because that's going to create your community. That's going to create, the potential for what you have to work with. So, it's very important to be surrounding yourself with people who are going to sort of encourage you, love you, encourage you to love yourself, bring you up in the world rather than people that put you down. And that could be something with the Mercury retrograde, especially in Cancer, where people could, cut off some people from the past who have not treated them well, who they don't feel need to belong to their family or don't deserve to belong to their family, sort of cutting people off or getting rid of people perhaps if you feel that they're not part of that energy that you want them to be a part of. So, with Mercury retrograde and with this new moon, the intention that we should be looking at to set for moving ahead is healthy boundaries based on self-care. So looking after yourself, because number one rule of spirituality is there is nobody in the world more important than you. And if you put everybody else ahead of you and if you're always running around and giving to everybody else and not to yourself, then you're going to run out of energy. You're going to run out of steam. You're going to run out of things to give. So it's a really great time, this Mercury retrograde, even though we're talking about the new moon, to really look at where you can be kinder to yourself and more compassionate with yourself, and then use this new moon energy to set your intention that this is how you're going to be for the next month or the next year or for the rest of your life, whatever it might be. But it's a really good opportunity to work on looking after you, because you are the most important person in the world always. And self-love is the tool that we can all use that will always bring you up and up and up in the world. So with all of the energy and everything that's going on in the world at the moment, July is a huge month, and what we're really seeing that the underdog, that the poorer person or the person that's been put down is starting to rise up again. We're really moving out of this top-down feeding into horizontal matriarchal feeding, where we're all going to start learning how to look after ourselves and one another again. But it has to start with you. You've got to start off by loving yourself, looking after yourself, caring for yourself, treating yourself well in every way, and then you have an abundance to give to everybody else. So enjoy this new moon energy, set your intention to be a kinder, more loving person to yourself and to others, and enjoy this month ahead. Bye.